Welcome to Candid Travels, Texas. So today's episode, I'm going to address a friend of mine, former United States Marines, Sergeant Larrison Manygoats, also an Iraq War veteran, who asked me to talk about the question as to whether or not bioenergy, or what some people would call prana or mana, prana in Indian culture, mana in Hawaiian culture, ki in Korean or Japanese culture, or chi in what Chinese people call it. And in the West, we call it bioenergy, okay? So whether bioenergy and the control of bioenergy or chi or like Tai Chi stuff when you do Tai Chi is usable in outer space, okay? I guess with the advent of the Space Force, it's a lot of types of those type of concerns. So former Marine Sergeant Larrison Manygoats. If you look back at our episodes from a couple of years back, there was an episode on veterans working with wild Mustangs here in Texas. So he is on the show. You can see him. But I'm going to say a little bit about this for everybody out there. It's a really great question. I'm going to give you my experience and knowledge and theory behind it from my area of expertise. And maybe one day soon we'll have Sergeant Larrison and some others come on the show and we'll do an actual discussion about it, and maybe a podcast. So if anybody wants to do a podcast, let me know. Send us a message, comment below on different topics. We could just do all kinds of fun topics. Okay, so Can bioenergy or chi or ki or prana be usable in outer space? So in my educated experience and opinion is yes, for the most part. Now, bioenergy or ki or chi or prana is basically controlled by thought, by an emotional state. Now, both Sergeant Larrison Manygoats and we practice something called Falun Gong, which is a form of Tai Chi where there's three elements that are practiced. Well, one is forbearance, compassion, and truth, right? So, so though all those elements, Shinzhenren is the Chinese pronunciation of it in it, but check that out. It is a way to cultivate this bioenergy or chi. And so as far as I know, in outer space, in zero gravity, it does work. There's no difference whether you're on Earth where there's gravity or when they're in zero G. Especially like many of the movements, some of them rely on gravity, but some of them do not. Like a lot of just for the physical aspect of it. Now, you know what isometric is like. You're tensing your muscles like that. So I'm relaxed. Right? I'm relaxing and I'm tensing my muscles. I'm tensing and I'm relaxed. Tensing my muscle and then I'm relaxing and tensing. So I could do that. That's called an isometric. So that's not dependent upon gravity. You can actually be floating in zero G and tense and relax and tense and relax. We're pitting your own muscles against each other. So that is a form of building bioenergy or chi in your body. Breathing doesn't depend on gravity. Now, there is one thing that I'm going to make a statement about, is that there has been some research that shows that bioenergy what we call chi, ki, prana, mana, may very well be electromagnetic in nature, so like a magnet, right? So you wear a magnet around here. This is Alex Chu's. He calls it his immortality device, so shout out to Alex if you're watching. Anyway, it could be influenced in outer space through potentially any time of electromagnetic changes or electromagnetic bands, okay, or radiation could influence it. However, I haven't seen or heard of any situations where this type of capability has been compromised by it. So that, you know, your guess is as good as mine, but it's a very interesting topic to address, okay? So, you know, I would say that's the outer space, chi and outer space tactic. In fact, it is mainly internal. It's not an external thing. So I would say yes, it would work in outer space. But if you have any comments below, please write them down there. If you have any questions, feel to contact us. There's a lot of things in you know, in the space program which involve training in decision making and command and things like that, and being able to make the right decisions, and that's all based on internal bioenergy and being fit and able to think clearly, keeping your emotions neutral, you know, so you don't react, right? So so yeah, that's what I would say. I think for the most part, unless there's some kind of electromagnetic environmental situation which might cause some kind of a change in the usage of mana, prana, chi, bioenergy, it will be very much useful in space. In fact, we may not have to rely on that, you know, out there, because there is no gravity. And so for Sergeant Larrison Manygoats, yes, I say yes, definitely it will work in space. Now, obviously, I'm talking about inside and spacecraft, you know, where you have your oxygen and things like that. I would say yes. So if you have any opinions, please contact us or comment below. All right. I have no idea where we're going to go right now. We'll see this week. Man, okay, so guys, this is an example of Texas weather. Just yesterday, we had beautiful weather. We were walking around. Now, it's 55 degrees. It was 78 degrees yesterday. Beautiful weather, no wind, no nothing. Now it's 55 degrees and cold and dreary out. Look, I'm totally like wearing this right here. All right, so this is our travel today. It's going to be real short. We're just going around doing errands. Like, we got to fill up the gas. This is a no-no. Never, ever in Texas, let your gas go below half a tank. We have weather conditions. We have things that could happen, you know, where you may be stuck somewhere. Not necessarily in traffic. In Austin, yes, traffic, but other places. There are distances of road where there's no gas station, like usually between, let's say, Austin and Corpus Christi. You better have a full tank. If you don't have a full tank, you're gonna get stranded. And there's no call boxes or anything like that. So that's just a little tip for those of you who are new to Texas. Now, if you're in Houston, you could probably get away with it. But even then, with Houston, the traffic can get almost as bad as places like Los Angeles. So you can't get to a gas station. We've seen vehicles, newcomers with their vehicles stuck in the middle of the freeway because they ran out of gas, you know? So we're just gonna get gas, right? Right, Alison?
Yep.
Gotta get gas. No, that's a no, right?
That's
and
a
then,
no-no.
yeah, okay. And then post office and such, and that's it. But look at how dreary it is. Dang. So, okay, a couple other words about, for this episode is for Sergeant Larrison Manygoats, former Marine Sergeant, Iraq Veteran. as always, thank you for your service. He's a firearms specialist, a weapons specialist. So he wanted me to talk more about this, and it's a really great topic that if anybody wants, we can actually do an actual episode on it. Just contact us at drliualohliu@gmail.com, and we can set something up if you want to have us on a podcast. Now, once again, go back to an old episode of Candid Travels Texas where we have wild Mustangs and veterans. So veterans, part of their healing here in Texas will gentle wild Mustangs. And Sergeant Larrison's one of the veterans that did that, is an excellent cowboy in my opinion. And so his topic is, will Chi, Ki, Prana, Mana, or Bioenergy, how does it work in outer space? And I already said my opinion is that it will work in outer space, especially because it is internal and it's not dependent upon Earth's gravity so far in my observation. So if you're in outer space, it's like you're in free fall, like when you're in orbit, right? So yeah, there's skydivers who have practiced in internal arts, and guys doing paratrooping and stuff that said those type of techniques work for them. So I believe it will work. However, I do believe that Ki or Chi, Prana, Mana, Bioenergy is electromagnetic. And so, as you know, in ATX ITAC, we talk about how we are not physical and nutritional or biochemical beings only. We are electromagnetic in nature, right? That's something to keep in mind. If you're traveling outer space, there are bands of, let's say, radiation that you may be passing through as you're traveling in space that could affect the Ki or the Chi. Ki and Chi can be affected by just closing your eyes. We've figured that out. So when my eyes are open, you're in a beta wave, brainwave state. You close your eyes, then you are in an alpha state. Then you drop deeper, it's theta, and then delta. And it's just basic psychology, right? So there is something to do with that. And so I think yes, okay? So, however, keep in mind electromagnetic conditions can affect that, possibly. And some people are saying that 5G, like all this wireless thing could affect it. My understanding of Ki or Chi, or the practice of Qigong, like I personally think the best thing you can do is Falun Gong. And it's free. It's on the internet. You don't need to really meet with anyone. You just do it on your own, and it doesn't cost anything. It's not an organization that necessarily tries to generate money. It's easy to learn. It's all internally motivated. So if your internal motivation of your Ki and Chi is above and beyond anything that's environmental, even electromagnetic type problems will not be able to overcome that. And that is in the realm, I believe, of a deep level of physicality. Not necessarily emotions or mind, but it's a deep level of physicality. So, we can tell that a dead animal has electricity in them. You can measure electromagnetic activity, and versus you don't have that. But when a person or an animal is alive, there's electromagnetic energy. So instead of thinking that we are just physical beings in terms of nutrition and chemicals, and we are also energetic beings, right, that involve the electromagnetic spectrum in a way that we're just now learning. So so that's that. We're getting gasoline. Okay, yeah. And here's a 7-Eleven in Texas now. Obviously, if you go to a place like Formosa, Taiwan, 7-Elevens are huge. You can do your banking there. This is not too bad, I guess. It's kind of big. We used to have bigger 7-Elevens, I thought, in the 80s, but correct me if I'm wrong, in the 1980s in Texas when I was younger. But yeah, so yeah, that's our travel today. Just going and doing the necessary errands that we got to do, like get gas, and then we're going home. We're going to go home, all right? Post office, good, fun thing. I'll show you what I ended up getting from post office. It was sent to me through Amazon from Thailand. Okay, you'll see. It's kind of fun because it refers to the last 2 episodes that we did on One Punch. Okay, yeah, I got a good price on it. So anyway, I will show you what we got when we go home. And so this is the Chi working in outer space. Okay, Chi working in outer space. Episode dedicated to former Marine Sergeant Larrison Manygoats. All right. Yeah, see, not many people on the road right now. And you can tell they're like, I gotta be outside. Usually we have a lot more people walking around in the neighborhood. So this guy's going somewhere with his instrument. He's like, oh my gosh, it's pretty dreary. So you can kind of tell people are only out not for fun today. Because it's like what we're doing. We're going home. Look at all this new construction. This really cranes going up everywhere here. So we'll see how much longer we're going to be here. We might be moving. Let's see. Come visit us, those friends and family, before we move. No, I'm just kidding. Don't come visit us. And if I say don't come visit us, you're going to come visit us. Let's see. Anybody at Black's Barbecue? They're kind of sweet. No offense, but I like my barbecue genuine. They tend to be a little sweet. Yeah, to me, genuine's not the sweet kind. It's most smoky, Yeah, there's nobody here, look. Yeah, it's not just the temperature. It's just the quality. And see, there's very few people. You don't see young women, young girls out there. That means that the weather's crappy. You see any birds in the sky? I don't. That's why in English, a bird is a pretty young lady. You don't see pretty young ladies out here. It's a bird, right? Okay. Yeah, birds are going home. This bird's going home, right? Yes. Okay, we just got back from our errands, post office. Now, this came in from Thailand at the post office, and behind me in line was an Aussie from Australia in Brisbane. And I told him about my friend Dean Kirkwright from Melbourne, and how even though I've never been in Australia, I play the didgeridoo according to Australians and others like a native. So yeah, check out Liam Stone Didgeridoo. I did perform and play didgeridoo with many people who were both Australian and not Australian. But anyway, it's called Rockstar Syndrome. And it's from Thailand, as you can see. What is this? Thailand. Okay. It's bahts. So it costs 223 bahts to send this thing. Dang, it's expensive. And here you go. It says it's a gift. I don't think it's a gift. I think I ordered it. And it says it's one t-shirt. It's from this place. From 132 Taksin 21 Road, Samurai, Donburi, Bangkok, Thailand. From Bangkok. Oh boy. Scary town, right? Be careful when you go to Bangkok. Okay. And it says over $150. So it looks like the t-shirt's worth, like I paid over $150, which is totally not true. It's baht. So that's the cost of what you saw earlier, which was this. This is the cost of the postage, which is 223 bahts. Yeah, and so here's the cool thing. You just saw some diplomas that I got, some clerical clergy type doctorates that I got, which is Doctor of Immortality, right? And the funny thing, the reason you just saw that is because look, this is the t-shirt I got from Thailand. It's called Large Immortal. Wash with similar colors. Stretch while wet. Huh, what does that mean? Do not iron or print on print. Okay, I never iron my shirts. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I wash it in the washer and then I hang dry everything. Clothes look better, stays new. And here it is. Here's the shirt. One Punch Man. One Punch Man. Oh my gosh, that's cool. I don't know what this says. It's hard to make out. Workout. Push-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. It says 10 kilometers running. In the original manga comic, it's I think 4.6 kilometers. Duh! You train to go bald, okay? And then repeat each day for 3 years. And never use air conditioning, no matter how hot or cold. That's how you do it. One Punch Man. There it is. That's what I got. So yeah, go back the last 2 episodes. I talk about how to do the One Punch Man workout, doing it purely from a neurological point of view, so it doesn't take any effort. And you get the same benefit neurologically as if you did do it. As if you did do it for real, but you won't blow out your joints and overtax your muscles. Repeat for 3 years every day. Okay, I'm going to go do my One Punch Man workout. And yes, these things require the Earth's gravity. So outer space may not work. So obviously the question, I'm going to title this Tai Chi in Outer Space. The aspects of Tai Chi where you're shifting your weight from left to right will not work in zero gravity. However, the internal aspects of the flow of energy, of tightening and relaxing the muscle, of focusing on, like, let's say the midline, on the basic UN method type things, UN method will definitely work in outer space, which is a type of chi, okay, or ki or prana, okay? All right, man. That is the current teaching from ATX ITAC, from yours truly, the founder and Grandmaster of ATX ITAC, on bioenergy in space, but it's open for discussion like everything else we have here. Just for fun, okay? And it's an Immortal t-shirt. Immortal.